Test 1, 2, test. There we go. Okay, I had one of those things where Windows had a shutdown and restart update kind of thing, and every time Windows does that, it seems to mess with my OBS mic settings. So we're back. We're good to go on that end. Okay, this is my second stream today for Crusader Kings 3. I'm trying to learn how to play tall. I'm working in Barcelona. And I am about to I just took Barcelona from my Duke, but I did not take the actual duchy. So I'm about to get attacked by him. He's going to want me to give up my title here. I'm going to refuse, and he's going to attack. And so I'm kind of working through reload on how to win that fight. But let's see. I wonder. You already have a claim on this title. Okay. So I'm going to try and hire another set of mercenaries and see if I can destroy his army before the contract runs out on my first set of mercenaries, or I've made enough gold to rehire them. Okay, I guess before we get started with that, I want to check my streaming quality. It looks like YouTube is looking good, so I can close that out, save some resources on my system. Twitch looks good. Kick looks good. I like to keep Rumble up for monitoring. I've got all three chats up. Okay. Yeah, so we're ready to go ahead and push forward. We're in January of 877 AD. Mercenary contract expiring. We're going to push that to its limits. He hasn't attacked yet. He hasn't made any demands. Is there something I can do about placating him? I don't know, man. Maybe I could start a sway scheme on him. I thought about maybe giving him some gold, and I may give that a shot if I have to reload. But right now, he has not demanded anything from me. Oh, there it is. Yeah, okay, so we'll kill his brother as a result. Raise troops. Head north. I want to fight him on my own territory if possible. I think that's the route I'm going to try this time. Instead of hiring more mercs, I'm going to see if I can wait him out. He doesn't seem to want to come into my lands. I think he's waiting on me to lose my mercs. But I don't want to fight him on his lands and give him the defensive bonus. Maybe I should be here. It looks like he's going to try and enter into Urgel. There's apparently a mountain pass right here. through the Pyrenees. We got some heresies standing up. Talk about a long way around. We'll go ahead and take strategist and then bounce over to stewardship. Now, I have not even really begun to play the tall style yet. I lost track of his army. Once I can secure the duchy, that's when we'll really start to play around with starting to play tall and bring money in. There he is. Gosh, the attrition on me. Oh, I messed up. I didn't rehire. Can I remedy that now? Instead of reloading? Let me try and remedy it. I've got the advantage because I'm defending and I have a lot more people. Our knight was maimed. One of my relatives, actually. That's what that green blood dot was about. Drop of blood. Okay, so we beat them. And now I want to hound them. I want to chase them down on my way to sieging his territory. These betrothed can marry. That's going to bring me a really good commander. What do we got here? They call it the disease of kings, as if there was something luxurious or enviable about my swollen, aching joints. My big toe in particular is painfully distended, leaving me limping when my pains reach their peak. I cannot help but wish I had been born a simple peasant. My physician, Juan, sets down some salves beside me. You have my sympathies, my lord. I have a few ideas which might lessen the symptoms of your gout. You gain the trait gout-ridden. Well, that's inconvenient for now. A time like this. Severe health penalty. Excellent work. The steam rose from the cup as Joan stirred the green powder in it. He explained the healing properties of the herb at length before mentioning to me to drink it. The root is in there too, he boastfully revealed. The bitter herb turned out to be just what I needed. For now, the worst of my symptoms are alleviated and the world seems a little brighter. Empty council position. Oh, well, as convenience would have it, I just gained an outstanding marshal. Right here. Assign him. He will continue the control operation in Rosello, I guess. No, Garona, I mean. My brother died, and I gained 25 stress as a result. We'll fight him in neutral territory, I guess, where I will be favored. In the county of, I would pronounce that Foix. Foix. Is it Foy, maybe? Or Foix? I'm not really sure. I have been wounded in addition to having gout. That's a problem. Oh, lost the trait wounded, so I've been treated. I take a moment to survey the littered mountains of Montbel, strewn with Urgelian and Barcelonian dead, before returning to the shackled prisoners of war. My cousin Count Sunier sullenly glares at me, warming the cockles of my heart. Dogs are not accorded ransom. Ooh, I kill 'em. I will make sure you never forget this day. I wound him. You lose 30 stress because you are vengeful. Okay. Well, here I also lose 30 stress. But I gain the trait Familial Kinslayer, so I'm going to wound him. See, we would actually gain stress from showing mercy. It's not, so I'm going to roleplay our character. There we go. Oh, and we're going to catch them right there. They retreat right back home. We should beat them up again. Our knight was maimed. Man, we're winning these battles, but we seem to be taking the brutal end when it comes to the important people. That's a really terrible thing to say. Like I realized it as I was saying it. But in the, I guess, officer one-on-ones, we seem to be consistently losing. So I think we're going to hold this dude off, but it's going to come at a cost. And my main character is really kind of hurting with gout, and he's been wounded, which did get treated, but goodness, he might not be long for this world. All right, Corona's under siege. He won't beat me to it. I should run the clock out on him here. Well, that's assuming that this gets the victory. I don't know that it will. We got another daughter who got the quick trait. Ermesenda. Pause it. Give her the learning. I tend to give all girls the learning trait. Educate child. Why didn't it populate with her? Sister-in-law. Here's Sophie. Okay. Sophie, recipient is Ermesenda. Plus 47. Why did it drop? Darn it, 84%. We did get 21 gold. Alright, we gotta come down here and defeat his army again. We might have to re-siege Garona back. Looks like that will be the case. I have discovered agents at my court, obviously in the ploy of my cousin Count Sunier. However, when I demanded they be withdrawn, the Count denied everything. Oh, that's okay. A number of so-called converso were told by their former rabbis to profess conversion to the true faith, but they have continued to practice rabbinism in secret. If true, this would undermine any efforts at converting the Jewish communities of Iberia to Christianity. One of their leaders, Chiskaya, is suspected of promoting Jewish teachings. I would say I care not either way. They can keep their faith. Why does this cause stress? Because we're just, and it's an unjust act, along with being tyrannical. I care not either way. I wonder if 259 will be enough for him to take this back. I'm thinking no. Oh, it says maybe that he can. I think there would be a sign here that says it's not possible, like a slash through it. No, I think it's a wooden fence. Oh, we're at 100%. My bad. Almost lost that one. We will enforce demands. He's forced to take autonomous vassals. Concedes his imprisonment reason. Concedes title revocation reason. Oh, he's deposed. Does that mean Bernat here would take over? Yes, it does. Higher liege entered entrenched regency. Duke Bernat III is okay, so he's the regent, so he's effectively still in charge. If a regency lasts too long, it may become entrenched, and the regent becomes even more powerful compared to their liege. All right. All right, so we're at peace for now. Let's get back on the control operation in Girona. And we need to be building up development in Barcelona. There we go. The Countess is pregnant. Both Count Bencio of Carcassonne and I are held in esteem by our liege. He's a kid, man. How can... Okay. The upcoming... Okay, so Smooth Talker. We should be able to win it. I have come to the inexorable conclusion that you truly are the best candidate I have. Ah, wait a minute. We should not accept that. We should instead demand council position of steward. Cannot be fired for 25 years. Bam, that kicks our gold up to 3.3. Let's build a trade port. I might convert this. I haven't decided really. We do have 2 open slots to build other castles in. I'll probably focus on money making. And then build the 2 castles here to be more military oriented, or at least one of them would be. Do I have any stress? I do not. If it is a pond for carps you are interested in, I can build you a terrific one, my lord. The builder before me has good credentials, and my courtiers seem very excited about the prospect. It would cost me 50 gold. I can afford it. 78% chance that I can do it for 20 gold. Yep. Stewardship perk available. Well, they say that I'm supposed to take this one. The thing is that I don't tend to play in a way where I force people to pay me money over hooks and stuff. So I'm going to ignore that. I understand that's the meta, but I'm going to go with cutting cornerstones. All right, we're up to 4.2 gold per month. You can ransom. Yeah, we'll ransom him. 45 gold, that's fine. Already have a claim? Yes, I do. Looking over here, I do have gout at 40 years old. About 1,400. Oh, looks like we had a boy. Yes, we did. Padre Ramon. I haven't ever seen a double name, I don't think. Oh, and he got the intelligent trait. Nice. He is now my heir and will be trained as, I think stewardship, because he's going to be building a lot. I'm anticipating. So you will be educated by me, though. I like to kind of do that. I do that for all the characters. I have their parents act as the primary educators. Mercs are expiring. I think I'll let them expire. 1633 troops, 1400. I'm content to keep things as they are for right now. I need to get that duchy title, but I'm okay with kind of building up a little bit first. Physician's knowledge increased. We don't seem to I don't see this disease thing popping up, so we haven't really been bothered by disease very much. There is disease going on in the world up here, but we've been, I guess, fortunate for the time being. $14 months left there. We need to take this title also. So my idea is to control these. And that'll likely be too many for most of my people that are in charge. 4.4 ducats a month. And so I'll give these two counties away. Or, these three are up for grabs. I can give them away. I need to keep the coastal provinces. For the trade ports. Ansos coughs spreads. Barony of Lemaine. City of Blay. Oh, it's right here. And Aquitaine. Well, that's relatively close. Oh, our mother died. She lived to a ripe old age of 68. Hey, we can take some Dynasty Renown stuff. For this playing tall thing, I have kind of settled on erudition because I think you get plus development out of it eventually. Yeah, there it is. Treasured knowledge. So we will unlock Vibrant Court. Severely injured. He may not be long for this. Oh, he's got a regent. He's like bedridden. He does have kids, so Sunier Jr. will be who takes over. We'll have to take it from him. Someone's trying to kill one of my courtiers. Well organized court. Everybody gains 10 opinion of me. The Countess got that accomplished. That's a valuable wife. Iberian struggle catalyst triggered. Okay. It looks like I got the trade port built. No, not yet. 4 months remaining. How's the control level here? Control is at 65. Development is at 4. Popular opinion plus 30. What's the control of Barcelona at? It's only 6. As a result, levies and taxes are reduced significantly. We have a lack of sheriffs and unsafe highways. We just got a small harbor up now, making 4.7 ducats a month. I think when this ticks forward, I should bring him over to Barcelona. And there it is. Okay, so pause it. And begin working on Barcelona. Currently at plus 4.7. Watching that number go up is going to be fun. That's what I'm trying to accomplish. I don't really want to tear into building just yet. I want to get those stewardship perks first. But I did want to get a trade port up, so I went ahead and jumped the gun on that one. I wonder if I could take this guy's title and then grant him this county instead to kind of offset the anger. Well, let me try that. I want to give it a shot. I wish I could just straight up offer him the trade, but the game doesn't really let that happen. Oh, we lost the trait gout ridden. I had to restrict myself and give up a great deal of my life's many pleasures, but it is a sacrifice I would gladly make again. There are other things to enjoy in life than food and drink. Now, when my pains no longer hinder me, I am finally free to pursue them. Man, that's actually a big deal. Save. Did I just create a save? I think I did. We'll just overwrite that then. And we will declare war for the county of Rosello. Stewardship perk will take professional workforce, which reduces construction time. That'll pair nicely with the reduced building cost. And then we'll take centralization. Oh, actually, we're ready to begin building with these two. Well, architect, though. Yeah. Okay, we'll be patient. Of all the buffoonery I have ever seen, and Mayor Bernat's inane efforts to improve my relations with my neighbors, my good-for-nothing chancellor has officially acknowledged Sheikh Aid's claim to the county of Barcelona. Doggone it. Bloodstained cloth, crow's feathers, strange-smelling concoctions. This is the evidence presented to me by a group of villagers from Urgell as proof that Esclaramunda has been practicing witchcraft in her hut on the outskirts of their village. So she's young and pretty. Well, we know the history of this. She's got a 21 in diplomacy. And she's a noble. She is a mystic, but does that necessarily mean witchcraft, or could that be like herbalism? Unusual methods for achieving religious ascension. I don't know. That kind of sounds like witchcraft. Homosexual also. So not saying that that would be witchcraft, right? But it's it puts, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? It puts her on the fringe. So you've got some things adding up here that make her kind of running against the current of society. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean anything, but it does kind of maybe lend a little bit of credence to the accusation. It makes it a little bit more likely. Man, I was going to take this one, but look, we get stress from it because we're vengeful. Holy smokes. So it's saying that my guy with his traits would actually go with this one. He wouldn't go with this because we're just. Oh, man. We're going to employ her. Is that possible? No. No, we would have to have egalitarian. How old are you? You're 21? My son's too young. I don't know if I would make that deal anyway. She very well could be a witch, particularly with that mystic trait. Plus, she's gay, so not a lot of kids come from that, right? They would probably have children, but not a whole lot. However, what about one of my knights or a brother? You're a monk. How do I see a list of my knights? 54, 42 maybe, 49. She was 21 years old. Here's a 31-year-old. That's a possibility. Okay, the 31-year-old mayor. I don't think I can arrange a marriage for you. She's beautiful. Oh, he'll accept it. Man, that's actually a good match for you, as long as she's not a witch. If she's a witch, you're in trouble, bro. She'll use all that stuff against you. That's the whole thing about being a witch. Power hungry, selfish, vindictive, vengeful. We ourselves are vengeful, but we're not a warlock or anything. I think one of the reasons that this game becomes like really peaceful for me to play is the music. That whole Benedictine monk thing. I like to play this game around Christmas time, when the weather's cold outside and Christmas is coming up. He's going to actually try and attack. Plus 32%. We captured enemy combatants. And we took his son and heir. So the son and heir will be released upon demands being enforced. Actually. Okay. I am trying to remove her from the equation. There we go. Okay, so I'm above my domain limit, and I want to... Well, I probably should grant it to a brother instead of... I should just be done with my cousin. So I'm going to give Payas to my elder brother here. Is he my elder brother? He's 41, I'm 43. The eldest of my brothers. Oh, I don't know. That alone isn't enough. I'm a little concerned about this. Is he ambitious? No, he's content. Actually, this is a good pick. What did you die from? Internal injuries. You cannot inherit. You're a monk. I think I would go with Marone here. The county of Payas. Okay, now that brings me back to 5 of 5. Shouldn't I still be able to hire him? Let me give that a second. Let this rotate over a little bit. Let it tick over to February. Enemy combatants captured. Yeah. Increased control. Prisoners taken siege. Okay. Yeah, I don't see them. Okay, so we will assign. We do have a disgruntled vassal here who doesn't have a position, but He's not very good at anything. I'm going to go ahead and assign this guy. Okay, very well. Disband all armies. Yes, we should negotiate an alliance with Marone. We can ransom for 10 gold. Okay, so right now the biggest issue that we have is a control problem in Rosella, Girona, and Barcelona. So I'm working to get that stuff down. My paths happen to have crossed with Baron Arnau, and to my surprise, it seems as though he does not have a great impression of my friend, Count Marone. Perhaps I should take this opportunity to change his mind. Let me tell you a story about Marone. 69% chance that that works. People should be talking about me instead. No. Let's talk up Marone. Oh, I made things even worse for him. Oh, that kind of sucks. All right. Making 4.2 ducats a month. This is a city. We have a harbor already. Okay, good. All right, so we have harbors in all 3 coastal counties. That's what I want. We gained a favor hook on Savari. Okay. I don't really know exactly what I could do with that. While I have come to expect mischief from my son and heir, Padre Ramon, his creativity keeps me on my toes. When it is not a prank, it is a brawl, a disgruntled tutor, or grazed knees from an adventure gone wrong. So he gets the trait rowdy. Countess resolves courtier debt. Oh, that's how I got a weak hook on Savari. Nice. What might I be able to do with that weak hook? Nothing at the moment. My dear brother, Duke Bernat of Barcelona, occupies a throne that should rightly be yours. I am willing to support your claim with word and sword, and I am sure others in the realm will also champion this rightful cause. All you need do is accept. You join the faction to install Count Geoffrey of Urgell on the Barcelonian throne. Yeah. So we're the leader of a faction. I didn't even think about using a faction. That's like one of the major things in this game, too. I've always been kind of bad at it. How much strength do we have? That would be up here under intrigue, I think. No? Pause. Greetings, my implacable liege. Please accept this humble gift. It is not much, but I hope it is of use to our continued friendship. He's going to pay me 137 gold. I accept your gift. Hooks and secrets. Courtiers. Where do I find is this it? Factions. Discontent is at 18% and rising. We can send an ultimatum in 14 months. There are 2 members in this faction as of right now. So I want to continue saving gold because we might have to go to war here pretty soon, and I want to be able to hire mercenaries. Was executed while being your hostage on 24 March 877. Okay, lost on safe highways, so we are ticking up to 4.6 ducats a month. We're at 35 control. We've gotten rid of all the negative things. The development is going up. It's currently at 5. Things are looking pretty good. They're starting to come together for me after having to reload a bunch of times with the wars, just kind of learning how. It's like I'm relearning how the wars work and stuff. I'm not so experienced in this game that these things occur to me in live time, but I made some obvious missteps and would have to reload. Like I fought him on his own territory instead of catching him on mine a few times, and I lost because of that. Deserting levies. 8 months remaining. Okay, let's let this control tick forward one more time, and then we'll get started on Rosello. And my idea being get everything kind of stable at first and then start working on getting things to 100%. These are tumultuous times for the county of Urgell. Report after report arrives detailing the dire states of affairs in the area, and the peasants have started muttering about alternative solutions. Handle the issue personally. We're vengeful, so we don't like to do that. Increase the tax as punishment. We gain 11 dread. Holding taxes are increased by 10%. That is absolutely it seems to be in line with how our guy would operate. Well, he's just though. Well, this would be just. Viewed from the lens of this society, these people are kind of they're flirting with revolt. My guy is smart though, so he could go against his own traits, I'm thinking. I'm not sitting here trying to decide which one do I want to do. I'm trying to think of what would fit story-wise the best. And I've been kind of looking for a time when my dude would have to practice self-discipline and go against his own proclivities. And I think this is it. So I'm going to take this right here. We're trying to build a dynasty and a legacy of our family. So we want our subjects to hold us in high regard. We're just, and these were legitimate problems that they were reporting. That's kind of my take on it. Upset peasants. Okay. All right, let me watch this here. 42.9. There we go. 44.1. Once again, there shouldn't be any negative effects in here. There's not. Rosello does have negative effects. So what about Garona? Are we done with negative effects there? We are. Is that naturally going up? I didn't think we were at 73 there before. I'll have to watch that. Let's see here. Control and Rosello. Three more months, 84% discontent. Manipulations are successful. Got an unpressed claim on the County of Rosello, but it was an abuse of power. Okay, what's going on here? My dear brother, Jeffrey, my brother, my companion, my confidant, will you join me in declaring our friendship to be the truest and brightest in all the world with all the debts of loyalty that entails? Well, that sounds like a trap, but he is family, so let's go with it. It's just kind of a mechanic of how things are working with the Iberian struggle. It's the whole best friend thing. Okay, I accept. We gained a hook on each other. Professionally rebuilt walls and focused recruitment. Unpause. I meant for the clock to be rolling. Hey, Cletus, how's it going, man? I had that happen to me in my current playthrough. I couldn't hire a vassal for some reason. Maybe a bug of some sort because it's never really happened before. Yeah, you might be right. Maybe there is a bug that was introduced with that latest patch, the legacy patch or whatever. Oh, the Countess is pregnant again. We can send an ultimatum. We can do that. And I think I probably will. He can call 1,700. I've got about 500 gold. He's got 81. He's got significantly more troops than me. Create a save. Press demands. Hold on. Can I add members? I cannot force them. I don't have a hook on them or anything. Okay, so press demands. Your claim on my title is no more real than the stories we tell children at night. No matter how many misguided fools you have gathered to help carry out your scheme, I will not bend to such a collection of dung. I'd rather die than see my birthright fall to someone so low. Then war it is. Okay, so we will raise all armies. I don't want to demand payment because he can do it to me too. Let's begin to move to the enemy capital. Okay, well, I raised 1335. Oh, so it's, yeah, I don't know. Another 400. That puts me at about 1700. And then mercenaries. I've been using these guys. I like them. We will hire them again. And I think that's all it's going to take. Okay, he's coming to me, so I'm going to... Oh, good. I'm going to meet him on my land. You will probably win. Will we catch him before he's able to get away? Yes. Our knight was wounded. Our knight killed Bernat. Our knight wounded Mindo. Your counselor Joanne died. Oh, well, I don't even see Joanne on here. What do you mean my counselor Joanne died? Oh, he was probably my medic. Yes, he was. Okay. Well, we have a better guy waiting in the wings. I want you to focus on advanced research. Dude, go here. There we go. Bernat Galones. What did that say? He tried to revoke a county from me. I'm assuming that failed. We're gonna beat him up again here, I think. He is defending. Our knight killed Count Bencio. Our knight was maimed. Looks like we got another boy. Let's give him a different name. Ramon. Isn't Ramon in my other kid's name? Let's go with Manel. I like that, Manel. Let's give him the learning education, I think. Our knight wounded Sorgo. What does this mean? Fort level too high. I was worried about that. We're at 44%. At the end of my Spy Master Julian's latest report, he pauses for a moment. There is something you should know about your wife. Countess Sophie has many secrets, it seems. Ah, non-believer. Hooks and potential hook secrets. Architectural expertise. I don't see the non-believer thing on her. Can I demand a conversion? Whoa, we can blackmail her. I could request excommunication. Nope, I don't want to do that. I mean, not only because of this, it's just that she's been a really good wife. What I would want to do is just try to convince her, make the arguments, but I don't see the option to demand conversion or anything like that. Maybe there's a complication here that it's because she identifies as Catholic, but she identifies as Catholic from more of a like a cultural position. Like, I think this is good for society and we should go to church. So there's nothing to convert her to because she believes in that. She just doesn't believe in the miraculous divinity of God. She thinks maybe this is a man-made construct, but that it works for society. That's the best thing I can come up with, and for an explanation as to why she is a non-believer but shows up as Catholic and we can't convert her. So we might come and take another look at her in a little bit. I'm not going to make any progress here, so I guess I might as well come down and see if I can defeat him on my territory again. Well, he's going to abandon. He's going to try and play defense. Oh, that was a smart move. Never mind. I take that back. I regained up to 1,085. I wonder if I could siege. Our knight killed Mindo. We're at plus 51%. I'm thinking I should just. This is a little bit tedious, but I should chase him down. I guess the default is that they retreat back to their headquarters. Enemy combatants were captured. Plus 81% war score. At 384, I don't think he has enough troops. So I'm going to siege something smaller, because I don't think I've got the troops to siege down his capital. I don't have enough for that either. So he's built up these lands pretty decently. Major architectural expertise. Stewardship +2. 86%. I keep accidentally pausing it. Our knight Bernat was slain by Bernat. Bernat Galonis has killed a lot of people over the several wars that I fought with him. He's been pretty good on the battlefield. We do have a ticking war score. It's ticking towards 100% now. I lost my chancellor there. Oh, I don't have any good chancellors. We'll put you in charge for right now, since you're a powerful vassal. 95% war score and ticking in my favor. I guess we'll make our way back to Barcelona. That's probably where he's going. I don't know why I have more troops on the move, and then whenever I sit down to siege, it's less. I am proud to see my daughter no longer as a child, but as an adult. Always the curious and knowledge-hungry child, Valencia has shown an affinity for scholarship from an early age. An avid learner, she has become quite the purveyor of knowledge and has proven herself fully capable of structuring advanced theoretical and theological arguments. She became an astute intellectual. Look at them stats. She's already betrothed to who? I don't remember doing this. My nephew? No, I don't think so. Wait, didn't I go ahead and choose this? Wasn't this like her second cousin or something? No, that's a first cousin. I don't think we're going to be doing that. Holy smokes, do I not have an option here? Break betrothal. Oh, a hook was used. Only a 13% chance. I don't think so. I wasn't seriously considering it anyway. A hook was used. I am not happy about that. Uh-oh. If I get him into my court. Hmm. I don't know. It would be for the purpose of murdering this kid, and I don't think I'm going to do that. Very well. Creative Mode Go says this game is so hard to learn. Yeah, that's the nature of a grand strategy game. It's got a lot of interlocking mechanics. Is that what you're trying to do, Creative? Are you trying to learn the game? Susanna says that she still has to play on easy. I don't even know what difficulty I'm on, Susanna. I'm probably right there with you. I've been playing this game since Crusader Kings 2. I've had this game for like over a decade, I think, between Crusader Kings 2 and Crusader Kings 3. But because of the way that I play it, like I'm looking for the stories to unfold. So I don't really look to master the mechanics. So there's a lot that I don't know about, but there's quite a things I do know about also. If you guys are looking to learn a little bit, I can kind of start talking a little bit more about what I do know, if that's something you want. Okay, we should have the duchy now. You gained 50 legitimacy. Where's that put me for legitimacy? This is a new mechanic here. Okay, I'm pushing towards rightful. I'm currently at recognized, so reduced claim, cast a spell I cost, and slightly increased marriage acceptance. And short reign duration is 25% shorter. Short reign is a debuff. Susanna says, I started playing last year, but I probably still have a lot to learn, so yeah, please share. Okay. I will do that. Let's unpause it. The war's over, so I can disband. That's one thing you want to do. You don't want to leave your troops up because they cost money. I can go ahead and let this mercenary company contract expire because I don't think I'm going to have any other threats. So basically, let me pause it right here. Basically, I have just accomplished step one of what I wanted to do with this playthrough. I have the duchy, and I have 5 county titles. Now, the only other thing that I'm really considering is maybe taking these coastal provinces and giving away my landlocked provinces, which are these two here, because I want to play tall. And trade ports in the coastal provinces are going to be really nice. So this is something that, okay, tall. What is tall? Most of the time, Susanna, when people play this game, they want to build a massive empire and they want to do what's called paint the map. So they want their color, tan, to become the dominant empire color. And they want to see, if you come over here and look at dynasties, let me see if I can find it. Kingdom titles, empire titles, houses. They want to see their name in big letters, right? Like Carling and stuff like that. For us, we're too small to count. Well, we're not independent is what it is. If I were to break away from France, we would see our name right here. But what I'm trying to do is I'm doing what's called playing tall. Now, this is not one of the meta places to do it from. But what it is that you would control someplace small. Like if you're familiar with rave, techno, party culture, you know what this is. This is Ibiza, right? One of these islands. I don't know which one. I forget. We don't have the names up there now. But one of these is Ibiza. And you would play as just these islands. And what you would do is you would work on raising the development level. Your development level affects how fast you can research technology. And it also, this is where I'm a little bit fuzzy. I'm kind of learning this right now. But I think it also, oh, here we go. Development is a measure of the local infrastructure and technological advancement in a county. Higher development increases the levies, taxes, and supply limit gained from a county. So what people will do is they'll own a place that has just a few holdings, but they will, rather than spending their efforts and time expanding and grabbing more and more counties, they will focus on the counties they have. They will increase the development of these counties. They will build up their properties. Let's go over here to me. As much as possible. So right here, we have 2 buildings that we can build. We can upgrade these. And we have even 2 open areas that we can build temples, cities, or castles in. And then because your development is skyrocketing, and development affects all the surrounding counties too. So because the idea is to only own a few counties, you focus on the development. That's going to allow you, let me show you this first. If I want to upgrade to level 2, I can do that. It says it'll cost me 237 gold. But if I want to go to level 3, you see it's got a red exclamation point here. The Catalan, okay, look beneath that though. The Catalan culture has the crop rotation innovation. There's a check mark there, so we do have that. The Catalan culture has the next level trade ports name tradition. Barcelona has a moat building or its upgrades. So we meet all of that. All we need is to upgrade to level 2 first. But what if I want to go to level 4? Hold on, I'm a little bit. Oh, here we go. Finally, at level 5, the Catalan culture has the manorialism innovation, and we don't have that, right? That box is not ticked. So how do we get it? Well, this is what I mean by its grand strategy. There's all these different systems that work together, right? So how do we get manorialism? Well, you have to be in control of your culture. So right now, we are the Catalan culture, and we're currently working on public works, current fascination public works. And it'll give you a breakdown on what that'll do for us. average development of Catalan counties plus 0.1 each month. That adds up pretty quick. There it is, the effects. The counties now reach the maximum existing development penalty at 20 development. What that's telling you, Susanna, is that depending on what year you're in and what, I guess, level of technology advancement you're in, you cannot go beyond a certain number of development. By me getting... stop that. Hold on, that's the thing I want to show you next. By me getting public works, it's going to raise that number to 20. So I hope that made sense. That's what this is telling you. It's taking that penalty number and it's increasing it to 20, which you normally wouldn't be able to do until you moved into the next tier of technology or you move forward a couple centuries, something like that. But what I was showing you was in the trade building here. If I want to increase to level 5, it says I need manorialism. And how do I get to manorialism? And I was telling you, well, first you have to be the head of your culture. How do you become the head of your culture? A culture head is the ruler who has the most influence over their own culture. Specifically, the ruler with the largest total number of same culture counties within their realm will become the cultural head, regardless of where their domain is or what other culture counties they may possess. I could probably unpack that, but I would have to think about that myself. I think what it's saying is that within your realm, the area that you own, as long as you have the most counties of your... let's say there are some other counts here that are also Catalan. You have to have more counties than they have. So, for example, whenever I started this game out, me and my cousin were the only Catalans. The Duke of Barcelona was actually Occitan. So because I owned 3 counties and my cousin owned 2, that made me the cultural head right away. But what happened is that the Duke converted to my culture. He became a Catalan, and because he had more counties, then he became the cultural head. And that allowed him to pick what we're focusing on. This fascination here. So now that I've fought this war and I took Barcelona away from him and now I've taken the duchy away from him, I'm back in control. So then if we open this up, this will describe to you what your culture can do. Okay, so for example, we have Iberian heritage, plus 20 cultural acceptance with culture sharing this heritage. Now that's everybody on this peninsula. That means even the Muslims, even though we're Catholic, to each other we're infidels. But they are Iberian heritage also, right? So we have plus 20 cultural acceptance with each other. That means if I take over a Muslim county or they take over one of my counties, the people are going to accept them or me more quickly. Martial is men only. We can't have female commanders or knights. We practice the Dioc vulgar language. We have Catalan aesthetics. That just means, what does your court look like? You know, like when you open, well, I'm not a king, so I don't have a royal court, but it'll look like, there's a Catalan style. It'll look different than the German court, for example. If we get down here, Visigothic codes, we can enact the high partition succession law, and we can also opt to enact the equal gender law. That's something specific to Visigothic codes. So, for example, if you're Italian culture, one of these cultures over here, you're probably not going to have access to that. You don't have any choice to go with equal gender law. It's not part of your culture. But with the Visigothics, which are going to be these cultures here, I do not believe it's going to be the Muslims. The Muslims are from they're from North Africa. They're the Moorish cultures. The Visigoths are who controlled this area before these cultures started taking. They come from the Visigothic cultures: Catalan, Basque, Castilian, Galician. And I'll answer that question in a minute, Susanna. And so this is part of our cultural heritage. So we could, if we want, enact equal gender law. And you can mouse over equal gender and see exactly what does that mean. Men and women are equal in succession. So it no longer would it go to the boy. See, right now we do not have equal gender law. And so even though Valencia is intelligent and has all these great traits, she will not inherit that title because she has a younger brother. He's actually the youngest. Excuse me. This guy right here. Padre Ramon, 7 years old. He's going to inherit. But if we chose to enact that gender law, she would be the one that would inherit. Okay, looking back at this, we have maritime mercantilism. This is why I want to have all those trade ports. The trade port line of buildings can be constructed one era early. Coastal holdings in counties of this culture provide an additional plus 10% in tax. And we have parochialism. City holdings give more taxes, development, and levies. City holdings significantly lower control gain. Parochial vassals are more common. City buildings construction cost is reduced by 5%. Holding construction cost reduced by 5%. And I think somewhere in here there's something about plus development. I'm not seeing it right now, but I thought that there was something. Oh, it's that first line. City holdings give more taxes, development, and levies. We have refined poetry. The poet trait has additional bonuses and is more common. And we have ritualized friendship. Okay, so there's the description of your culture. You can reform it, you can diverge it. I've not really played with these before, but you can customize it basically. But here's what I wanted to get to. Right here is the innovations. You can see we're currently in the tribal era. In order to get to early medieval era, it has to be at least the year 900 AD, and we have to have discovered 50% of the tribal innovations. So where is that manorialism at? Remember we needed manorialism? Here it is right here. So it will not be available until after 900 AD at the earliest. We're going to need one more technology in order to meet the 50% mark for the tribal. And that one is going to be public works. I'm working on it right now. And you can say it takes 34 years for us to learn this. So this is the long game. You do this over a long period of time, but you have no control over this if you are not the cultural head. So I know that was a lot of talking, but hopefully that kind of explains to you what playing tall is. You are advancing your development and your technology. How fast you're able to learn this is directly impacted by your average development of Catalan counties. So as my development goes up, this number is going to go down faster and faster and faster. This bar is going to fill up faster and faster and faster. So people play tall in order to burn through the technology tree as fast as they possibly can, and thereby getting to these levels faster than anybody else and getting access to more and more tech, which even though they are just a handful of counties, makes them extremely powerful very, very wealthy, they can buy all of the mercenaries they need, and they can control other kingdoms around them. And I think that's really neat. So you were asking, Susanna, do you get a council as a duke? Yes. As long as you're a noble with land, you have a council. So it's for me, it's right here. So I have my wife who is helping me. You can pick from all this different stuff. Currently, because she has a high domain score, I have her hyper focused on that. So I'm actually getting +9 from her, contributing to my own score. Well, I think this is my score. Oh no, it is. See, there it is. Spouse managed domain +9. So just by myself, I'm a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I'm getting 9 from her and 1 from having visited Rome. And you can see what the benefits are. Domain taxes, travel speed, and domain limit. That's what allows me to be able to hold 5 counties. And when you play tall, you want to focus on 2 lifestyles. You want to focus on stewardship, and you want to take the architectural tree to get to architect. I do see some people go down this line, but mostly most people, the meta is to go down this line. And then the other tree is learning, because right here under scholar, well, for one thing, scholarship focus, development growth +15%. Then within the scholar line, you have planned cultivation, increased development and county efficiency by 20%. So I'm going to be going into this here pretty soon, actually. I think after my next perk here, I'll be moving over. But yes, as long as you have land, and in this game, you don't really play unless you do have land. You will always have a council. And if you're playing tall, rather than collecting taxes, you want to increase development, and you want to increase that development in your capital, because your capital will radiate its influence to other surrounding counties the most, I think, is how that works. So, I don't know if you noticed or not, but a minute ago, whenever I was showing you the example, oh, this is the king, King Charles of Aquitaine. He has named me Spy Master of Aquitaine. Nice. Okay, so I was looking for one of these that had a technology I was missing, and I wasn't finding it, right? Well, I think part of that is because of my culture telling us that maritime mercantilism, the trade port line of buildings, can be constructed one era early. So we're going to actually work on that a little bit right now. We're going to upgrade to level 2, 237 gold. That's a chunk of change. And we're trying to gain control. No, we're not. Increase control in Rosello. Gains enhanced in... okay, so this is something specific to the Iberian struggle, the whole friendship thing. We can learn from each other here, so we're going to get better at intrigue. We're going to gain, each of us will gain 3. Stress gain goes up, though. Okay. Oh, what do we got here? Betrothed can marry. I don't really like this. She's marrying her first cousin. but I like the idea of murdering this kid for it even less. So we'll let that happen. Now, what could happen here, theoretically, his son is now married to my daughter. That means their kids, they both have the same name, but it's going to be his side of the house that the kids will inherit. So what he could do is he could plot to murder my son. He would have to murder both of them. If he does, Valencia inherits. So see, it could get real shady really quick. That's what's great about this game is you're in Latin Christendom, right? There's a lot you can be a good guy. You can, go on all kinds of pilgrimages and be as pious and holy as possible. You can be a good vassal, but you could be an absolute dirtball in this game too if you want to. And the game doesn't cast any judgment. It pretty much lets you do what you want to do. I'm going to let that expire. Oh, we can ransom this mayor for 30 gold. Yeah, I accept. Do I have anybody else I can ransom? There's not really any reason for me to keep people in prison. Negotiate, release, execute. This guy can pay a ransom. 3 gold. I mean, sure. This guy can't do anything. You're hosed, man. You're in trouble. You're scarred. You're one-eyed. You got no friends or family. You are from a house. This dude's into everything. All right. Ain't nobody coming to your rescue, man. This is that dude's gonna die in our prisons. There's nobody to pay us. I could let him go just on mercy, but our dude is vengeful, and I like to try and role play. To me, that keeps a playthrough from being same, because you're the one that's always in control, right? So if you take this idea of playing your characters according to their traits, at least attempting to, what you do is you force yourself away from your own tendencies. And sometimes you force yourself into some uncomfortable ones. Like, I'm not really into murdering kids, but if I get a spy master that's vengeful and sadistic, I might do something like that, you know? So it helps spice things up, in my opinion, to go from that angle. We're making 3.6 ducats per month or gold. That's I don't know why it went down. We were at 4.6, I think. Oh, we're not endorsed by our bishop. We need to change that. Start a sway scheme on the bishop. I don't need any of these claims. Count Marone should probably be my spy master. He is now available. He wasn't available immediately after I gave him the county, but he is now. That'll make him happy. You can change your brother and best friend. Oh, we can change his contract. I want high taxes from him. Can I get high levies as well? Oh, it's an act of tyranny. There we go. If we just raise his taxes. You know what? I'm not going to do it because I don't think I'm going to get very much out of him. It's kind of like not worth it. I'd rather keep the hook in my back pocket or use it for straight up gold, 42 gold. Something Crusader Kings 3 has that Crusader Kings 2 did not. Okay, Susanna, you take care. I'm going to go ahead and say this just in case you're there. You can come down here to decisions or activities, and it gives you things that you can do right now and what their benefits would be. But especially decisions, this can give you like long-term. These are like short-term things, and these right here, major decisions, these are long-term goals. We can form Portugal. We can consecrate our bloodline, and it'll tell you exactly. You just got to mouse over stuff. It'll tell you exactly what you need to do. Like if you select it, it'll give you a roadmap. So for players like me that aren't really great with sandbox games, that helps show me, give me some ideas, and then give me a roadmap for how to do it. But yeah, thanks for all the questions and interactions, Susanna. I hope you have a good day. And I'm probably going to be wrapping things up pretty soon, but hopefully I see you in the future. Susanna says she does love to be a dirtball. I often forget about my prisoners for years and feel bad. Yeah, I do the same. I do the same. I mean, that's what a dungeon is for. It's for you to put somebody into a place where you will just forget about them. Right? You disappear them effectively. $3.6 gold per month. Maybe I'm just getting taxed a lot by the king. The Boars of Viela. My vassal Marigulium, known for his interest in venery, brings rumors of beasts spotted in my realm. Okay. Payas. I'll say interesting. Mismanaged population. Negative 40 popular opinion. Well, that's too bad. Okay, let's take a look at how development and control are going. 48 control, 6 development. Oh, take tax, man. Tax effectiveness plus 25%. And now I'm going to bounce over to learning. I'm going to take scholarship focus, and we're going to go down this line to get planned cultivation. And then I'm probably going to jump back into stewardship. Okay, so Barcelona was at 48 control and 6 development. Girona is at 77 control and 4 development. And Rosello is at 17 control and 5 development. Okay. And I am building, or I have already built, I am currently constructing fishing net weavers. Let's take a look at what that does. Tax is going to bounce up to 0.5 ducats a month. Development growth will get plus 10%. Oh, that's right. And the guide that I was watching to kind of teach myself how to play tall, that's why they wanted trade ports. Plus 10% development growth. And as you increase these tiers, that gets higher and higher and higher. So see how that synergizes so well with my culture, being able to get a trade port line of buildings constructed one era early. That's really good synergy. That's why I picked Catalans. I'm remembering now. I was asked that yesterday. Why did I pick Barcelona to play tall in? Because usually people take someplace like the Canary Islands. Or I heard earlier today on my earlier stream, Sri Lanka. I don't know exactly where it's at, but Sri Lanka over here is supposed to be one of the best places to play as tall. It should be South Asia. Gosh, I thought Sri Lanka was further over on the map. Maybe it's down here. These are the Philippines, aren't they? I don't know my geography in the East very well. But anyway, yeah, I thought it was in Southeast Asia. Let me finish reading what that does. A workshop where fishing nets are woven has been set up here, day in and day out. Nets are made and repaired tirelessly. Tax 0.3 ducats a month. Development growth plus 5%. Oh, this is the current. A humble harbor sits at the shore, allowing ships to load and offload their cargo without much effort. And then we're bumping up to fishing net weavers. So it'll go from 0.3 to 0.5 a month in taxes and from 5% to plus 10% in development growth. And my plan is to have that in all three of these counties. Probably long term, I am going to take Carcassonne and Béziers and give away Urgell and is it Sardinia? What is this county? Sardinia. I'll have to keep that domain limit up, though. Yeah. That might be hard to do, actually. Okay. Let's let it flip to April. There it is, April 1st, April Fool's Day. We will save the game. We are now at the Duke of Gothia, I think, or is it the Duke of Barcelona? I think it's the Duke of Barcelona. Yeah. We're the Duke of Barcelona. We own these counties here, 5 counties in total, and we are beginning to build tall. We have the lifestyle, the scholarship lifestyle focus right here. We're going to be going for the developmental perk right here. Then bouncing back over into stewardship to get architect. Then probably bouncing back into learning to go down whole of body. I think. I don't know. This might be nice to have also. So, anywho, I'll look at that next time I'm up. Opportunity phase is in transition. Okay, so we're moving from we're moving towards hostile. It'll start in 3 months. So we'll see what that's all about. That's on the horizon also. Marshal impresses vassal. Okay, good. We're in the year 888 AD. Oh, you know what? Oh, perfect. So this is a separate duchy. All right, so this guy's still a duke. Oh, that's actually perfect. That's exactly how I would want it. So I don't have to worry about taking these counties at all. I'm sitting pretty where I'm at. We have this area right here. And that's really all I wanted, because playing tall, you want to keep things condensed. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, guys, that's going to wrap it up then. Thank you for coming by. I again appreciate all of the interaction, and I will see you guys next time I'm up. I don't keep a schedule or anything. It could be today. I would anticipate tomorrow at the latest. I do have some raiding to do in World of Warcraft tomorrow and some preparation to do for it. But I'll probably stream this game also sometime during the day. All right, so God bless, guys, and I'll see you when I see you.